Good afternoon everyone and welcome to episode 22 of the Rieg AD Wedding Show. It's day 70, still 70 something, I think
77.
It's 77 of the lockdown, but I think I've lost interest in counting, so just leave it there.
It's special, it's 77 and it's
two perfect
22.
numbers, two perfect numbers. Okay, well, yeah, so it's a good day, it's a good day.
Great day.
Yeah. We are back at the Rosebarn and we're not here yet to look at all the renovations, but we are actually here to meet with Tanya, who will be chatting to us about flower decorations. And we touched on it last week when we were here, and we thought we'll make a dedicated episode to the current trends in flower decorating. So maybe Eidie will even get a bit of a lesson in flower decorating. So
yes. Okay, so without any further ado, let's go to Tanya.
Tanya, we're back at the Rosebarn, and today you're going to talk to us about flowers. You are the Rosebarn's in-house florist, and all the functions and weddings have your touch on it. And talking about touch, we touched on it a couple of episodes ago of dry arrangements. I know nothing about flowers. Can you tell us more about what's going on here? What are you creating, and what is this dry flower or dry bouquet trend?
Yes, I would love to. It's so nice to have you guys back, and then obviously surrounded by some dried flowers, dried foliage, which is all nice little tools we're going to use today. So last time I mentioned that a very big trend is the dried arrangements and also bleached foliage, flowers, all of that, which is very nice. And it, to me, I'm a great big fan of it. Obviously love fresh flowers, but the little dried element brings a beautiful contrast, which I just adore. Okay, so what I'm working on here is just one of the options that I've got today to just show off.
Tanya, sorry to interrupt, but if the viewers hear something in the background, we must just tell them that we've got very, very high winds today. It is absolute chaos outside. Yeah. We're very glad to be inside, so you might hear a little bit of a woo. There is a storm. There is a
storm, a windy storm. Yes, our hair looks better now than earlier.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so this one is dried, and then also with some fresh hydrangeas, which can actually just dry like it is. So for wedding arrangements, very nice. Obviously this is higher than we would do them for on the table. This could be in a cocktail arrangement or at the ceremony site. So we'll do them lower for on the tables because we want your guests to obviously see each other and interact. There's nothing worse than guests moving your arrangements. Something that drives me personally crazy. So that's one of the things I really focus on, is keeping everything eye level, or if we're not doing to really go big.
Even out of a photographic point of view, it is a very big challenge, especially on the main table.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah. So we love it if the florist bear that in mind and thinks about everything. Yeah.
Good. Okay, happy to hear. Okay, so this one, obviously we can see it's a little bit more of a muted color tone, which works with a lot. You can do a rustic with it. You can also do a very modern, minimalist look with it. If you've got your white tables, like we do the white high glass with the white chairs, very good look. So now I also want to show you, just with some simple changes with one flower, how we're going to completely change the look. So this is a style that can work in many ways. Different styles, different themes. All right, so this is, let me also just mention, everything that you see around you was picked on my way to the venue. So Today. So as so I'm a dangerous driver. Because I'm looking left and right, this can work, that can work.
That's
so
amazing.
Everything is 100% natural, foraged on my way, so obviously a very fun drive in.
Fantastic.
Yes, so to those ones obviously seeing me next to the road, nothing's wrong, my tires are fine. All right, so let me pop some color in here. So there is some brides that's not afraid of colors, which is amazing. I'm a huge fan of color. But you can see just with me adding just these ones already, what the big difference is.
Oh, for sure.
Takes it to another level, takes it to another theme.
let's just ask our behind the scenes cameraman if we must turn this so that the light catch it better. Is everything fine like that? Because I see it perfectly, but I know the eyes are better
Everyone
than the
else
camera
not
lens.
seeing it so far.
That is, yeah, already
A big change.
huge.
Yes. So from that look, we can remove the hydrangeas and then add another popular for the wedding season is bougainvillea.
Nice. The orange and the pink picks up.
Yes. So this is a very big favorite for our brides that we see now for 2020, 2021. Is everyone loving the bougainvillea?
Is it now bougainvillea season? Yeah, well, sorry.
Yeah, it's
an
actually
obvious
also, I'm not
question.
a landscaper, so I don't want to say something wrong, but I do see it blooming most through the year. So
And it's actually also a signature when shooting weddings here, when we go for the shoot.
Yes.
We always have the shot with the bougainvilleas in the background. That makes for a perfect backdrop.
There we go. So there, very rough, but we're going into the next style,
That's amazing.
which is a very easy change. Right, so that's now a combination of things that can dry nicely and are dried. Then another favorite is then adding something that's 100% fresh. So that'll be our green.
What bushes is this?
Waterbessie.
Waterbessie.
Yes.
Yeah.
You grew up eating them.
Yeah,
I still do.
I'm also a waterbessie eater.
We had a wedding here where they were obviously on the table. And some of the guests
eat them.
Yes. The one guy came to me, he's like, I'm so excited by the little snacks in your arrangement. You're welcome.
That's like a total 2-in-1. Flower arrangements and a little bit of an entree.
Yes. Okay, so there we're obviously just going a little bit more lush, but that's just showing that it doesn't only have to be dried, giving you the little bit of a muted tone. You can also pop it up with something fresh.
That's amazing.
Yes, and then, I mean, behind me we've got pampas grass, which is either you hate it or you love it, but also a big favorite in the wedding.
I love, we love shooting with them as well.
And these ones are dried agapanthus.
Okay.
Yes. So they also very, very nice just to get another shape. Which is, I mean, you can find them, if not in your own garden, in your neighbor's garden. And then these you see all over Jeffreys Bay. They're beautiful when they're obviously not dried, then they're yellow. So the fennel, the wild fennel, so they smell like licorice. And I mean,
Do they still smell?
Yeah, they do.
Oh yes.
As soon as I loaded them in, I could smell them. So that's then going, you can actually call it the wild gypsophila because it gives you that little bit of a fine baby spray.
Yeah, totally.
Gives you that look.
I actually thought it was baby's breath. Yeah.
But not. So all obviously from outside. So this is now very lush, but can you imagine some nice garden roses in here, orchids? So it takes you from something very simple, goes through many, many levels and themes and styles. And then obviously here's some just grasses that I picked. Many things all over. Palm, dried palm. This is with someone that just had their trees and everything's trimmed. So behind their house they have a felt where they put everything for the guy to pick up. Won't say the address.
The throwaway stuff.
Yes, the throwaway stuff. And then I just fetched that.
Little gatherer.
You're welcome.
Hunter-gatherer. Yes. Okay, so Tanya, when you do arrangements for a wedding, what does it all include? Is it just table arrangements?
No,
or?
we go from top to bottom. So let's start at the beginning. So we do ceremony, actually real beginning, the bride.
Okay.
So bridal bouquets, the guys, the gentlemen's boutonnieres, the mom's corsages around the arms, should they want them. Some do, some don't. Some things it's old school. I actually love them.
I also
the
love
bigger
it.
the bolder.
Yeah,
I think
I also
it's
love
just
it.
great. And then ceremony. So if you're doing an arch, we do the arch. If you're doing side arrangements, those little posies down the aisle, petals, confetti, the whole shebang. And then to the inside, is then canopy area, so cocktail arrangements, which is very, very nice if we do some feature installations on the bar. So you know, you can imagine a nice gin bar with all your condiments, and then a nice lush arrangements on the side of that.
That's just the
amazing.
Dream for any photographer.
Yes. And then moving inside to the tables and more bar arrangements, or just things coming down from the roof, installation. So it's really from A to Z.
From the top to the bottom.
Yes, and then some wanting more, some wanting less, so it just depends.
Is there advice for a hand bouquet for a bride that you can give?
Hand bouquet is, to me, okay, that's something I actually should have mentioned in the beginning. I'm self-taught and I'm a freestyle florist. So to me, I don't have any rules. I think I'm a florist gone rogue, because there's no, some say like you do 3 of something. I don't, if one looks good, use 1. If 2 looks good, use 2. So my thing, same with a wedding bouquet. You do want to look at something that doesn't overpower your dress. If you have something that's very beaded and very glamorous, if I can say like that, but then also in the same breath, there's some bouquets, if the bigger and the glamour just complements that.
The plainer the dress, the better the bouquet with all the drama and everything.
So with me, usually the bride sends some suggestions of things that they like. Then I would also suggest, I would love obviously to see the dress, get to know the bride a little bit just with talking and things like that, not just over the phone, just to see herself, to see her style. And then I'll also recommend just something, what can work and what is a little bit too big, too small. Yes, but to me, there's no right or wrong.
What was your bouquet like? Was it a big lush one? Was it small? Was it?
I had lilacs.
Okay.
So we imported them. They've got big wooden stems and then a beautiful flower. And I don't even know how many stems. It was this big. I walked in like this, and I loved it. I loved it. It was a massive bouquet. And no pretty bow, nothing like that, just a piece of fabric that was tied around it. But that was my absolute best. I loved it.
It's because you're a flower girl, a flower person.
And at my wedding, actually, I didn't have any flowers on the tables. So I only had flowers suspended.
And greenery or?
Nothing. I had food on my tables. And then, but my whole thing was I wanted flowers everywhere except for on the table. So I had features.
Okay, I hear you.
Yes. So I had them out the roof, I had them at the food, I had them at the coffee bar. So everywhere else but the tables, we had flowers.
Okay, that's very interesting. But Tanya, how do you manage to keep each wedding unique?
That is, I must say, not a difficult thing, but a challenging thing for brides that they worry about this every single wedding being a copy and paste. That's something I hate. As well, just you want something fresh and unique and your own. So when they bring me a picture, I don't even like to copy from a picture or a bouquet or a flower, anything like that. So obviously we get the Pinterest pictures. So just from that, we try to pull through things that's characteristic of the bride and groom, something that they love, something that's sentimental to them, even if it's a color or a texture, a smell. We get smell quite a lot, which is very, very nice. So with that, say that the previous wedding was green eucalyptus, which is also a very big trend, just going all green. So the next one, I'll try to incorporate, if they also want that, a different leaf. So we'll do olive and eucalyptus. Okay. So we try to set that a little bit apart, and then also play with different candles and things in between. So we incorporate different elements to create a different look. And the same thing then if we do, say, this arrangement, like I showed you earlier, doing different flowers to create a different look, that's also something that we do. So say we did white roses for a previous one, next wedding also wants white and green, then we'll use a different variety of rose, or then just a different flower, which is also then white.
Yeah, because it can be quite a challenge.
Yes.
I mean, we live in a small town.
Yeah.
People has got more than one kid.
Yes.
If they like a venue, they want to keep at the venue. Yeah, and no one wants a wedding that looks like your sister or brother's wedding. So,
and in my case, also doing what I do, I don't like to do the same thing over and over.
Of course.
So for me, it is a challenge also, and a very fun challenge to look in different ways that I can make something look different. Even if it's when using a little bit of a spray paint or anything like that. So there's lots of different ways.
Yeah, that is great to know. I think for any bride or any couple that's getting married, want that custom stamp on their wedding. It's for them, it's their first wedding. Even though we do a lot of weddings, I mean, it's special for the person that's getting married, and you want to keep it authentic and
unique to your own.
Unique, yeah. Okay, so great one with that. Thanks a lot. Tanya, thank you very much for your time. I think as soon as Rieg has stopped filming, you're gonna try to teach me to do an arrangement. I don't know how much time you have. We've got lots of time, and I think it's gonna take a lot of time.
Not at all.
So thank you very much. We appreciate it. We'll make sure to put all your detail down at the link below. Contact Tanya. She's from the Rosebarn. She's their in-house florist, and you can get all her knowledge and all her creativity if you book a Rosebarn wedding. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Eidie, how was that?
I'm going to stick to photography. Obviously, I don't know enough about flower arrangements. Let's leave it to the specialists. Tanya, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. It was very interesting.
So there's no Rieg and Eidie flowers in the future?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
We're gonna...
Not even flowers by Eidie?
No.
Okay.
No, we're gonna stick to shooting weddings
and people.
And photography and cinematography.
And when we shoot with cameras?
Not with guns.
No firearms.
Guns and stuff.
Thank you all very much for watching. Have an awesome evening. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. And remember, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away that Rieg and Eidie family lifestyle or couple shoot to the value of 3,000 Rand. And all you have to do is be a subscriber. So push that button. And see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, wait for me. Wait.